What's going on, guys? My name is Don't Panic 494, and today we've got some Rush gameplay on the Aftermath map Marquez Monolith. And I wanted to talk a little bit about, and I know I've said this before, I don't really want to do that much speculation about Battlefield 4 until I actually get my hands on the game and I can actually see what's going on. But one thing I do want to talk just a little bit about is the mobile commander feature. So you're going to be allowed, for the first time, you're going to be able to play commander mode on like an iPad or a tablet, which I think is super awesome, but there are a lot of new elements being introduced into Battlefield that obviously it's never seen before. First of all, just commander mode in general, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot of Battlefield players have never seen commander mode. Obviously there's like a hardcore group of people that have been playing since the very beginning. You know, we all saw commander mode in Battlefield 2 and 2142, but then, you know, it went away and it was gone in Bad Company 2, which was one of the more popular Battlefield games, and obviously it's not in Battlefield 3, which is the most popular Battlefield game. So there's going to be a huge group of people that are just being introduced to commander mode for the very first time, just in general in Battlefield 4. And they're adding a feature where you don't even have to be on a computer. You can play on an iPad. So, again, I think that's awesome, but it's going to be something, it's totally uncharted territory, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So there's definitely potential for it to be an absolute nightmare, but there's, I think, more potential for it to be the coolest thing ever. So one thing that could definitely make it suck is if people just they don't care as much because they're on an iPad. You know, they're not nearly as invested in the game. You know, maybe they're just trying to kill some time or something, and they hop into Commander game, and then once, you know, they need to do something, they're just going to bail out. I don't know, though. I think the pros are going to far outweigh the cons on this, because on the other hand, players that are filthy are going to be, they're going to have more access to commander mode. So don't think for 1 second that I'm not going to be pulling out my iPad and playing commander mode while I'm either A, sitting on the john, or B, in class during a lecture that I don't need to listen to. And I can promise you guys that when I'm playing commander mode, it will have my undivided attention until the game is over. And I think that same mindset is going to be echoed by most of the guys playing on mobile commander. I think that they're going to be the ones that are very good, knowledgeable. They play so much Battlefield that they can't get enough of it, so they're playing it on their iPad when they're not even at their computer. So I definitely think the pros are going to outweigh the cons on that. I'm super excited to see it implemented and try it out because I just think it's such an awesome idea. Commander mode itself, I'm really excited to see how different it is from commander mode in the past. I don't really want to talk that much about commander mode in the past. Truth be told, I wasn't that good at it. I played it now and then. I played it way more in 2142 than I did in Battlefield 2. And, you know, it wasn't my thing. Like, I didn't really like playing it. But from what I've seen from E3, it looks like it's going to be super fun in Battlefield 4. First of all, you don't have to be a commander if you're a troop on the ground. That is the best change they could have possibly made. That was the thing that made me, you know, so adverse to playing it in 2142 and Battlefield 2. So the days of running into a building and hiding in a corner of it just so you can pull up your commander mode and do everything you have to do, those are all over, and that is super exciting. We're going to have a dedicated commander who's going to be doing nothing but playing commander the entire game. I also really like the idea they have with having the capture points that are held by the troops on the ground dictating the arsenal that the commander has at his disposal. I think that's a really cool way to kind of change the dynamic of commander mode. And again, you know, we haven't seen it in use that much, and obviously everything that we have seen was like pre-alpha footage, so 100 million different things can change between then and release, but the idea that they have, I think, is a very good one, and I'm really excited to see how they're going to implement it in the final version. So those are kind of my preliminary thoughts on commander mode, mobile commander mode, and everything involving commander mode in general. I don't want to get into too much detail. Like I said, you know, I want to experience it with my own two hands before I pass judgment. Obviously, they're making a ton of changes because they're really going all out with Battlefield 4, so I have a lot of faith that they're going to do it right, but I don't really want to talk too much about it before I actually try it. In this Rush gameplay that you guys are watching right here, it has been quite a team effort to get to the point that we're at right now. Usually in Rush games, I try to stay close to the front lines and I try to take flank routes around the side and kind of sneak my way in with a few people, grab some objectives in a way that we can defend them after we arm them, and just kind of go from there. But this game, they have done an incredible job at pinning us at a front line. So it's taken an entire team effort to push the front line up all at once before we can get to the objectives. And right here, we hit a stone wall with them. Take a look, we have 138 tickets here, both objectives not armed yet. So, I'm about as far up as we can go on this right flank, and I'm getting smoked. Somehow this recon manages to shoot me in the face as I'm putting bullets into his face, but it is what it is. Cut a little bit ahead, and we grab both of them, but there is a swarm of enemies and a tank around Bravo. And once Alpha's gone, that's all they have to focus on is Bravo. So what happens is, I'm still right in the front line here, I get smoked, I get revived, kind of just trying to stay up here. There's just one recon in that building that's taking everybody out. And after he ends up clearing this lane here, we get pinned behind the buildings for the entire rest of the game. Literally couldn't move. I'm not even going to show it to you guys because it was so miserable. And, you know, sometimes that's just the way it works with Rush. You just got to kind of roll with it. We did everything we could. The team played well. It was just the defense played better. So, anyways, guys, we've reached the end of the round, as you can see. So I want to thank you for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a like if you want to see more Battlefield 3. And subscribe if you haven't done so already. Still giving away another copy of Battlefield 4 once I hit 150 subs. So, definitely sub if you're interested in that. I appreciate you guys taking a few minutes out of your day and spending them with me. And hopefully I will see you all next time. Take care, everybody.